Hello sensuals, and welcome to another video on kink. And in case you don't know, earlier this year we had a very intensive workshop with soft introduction into kink. Because it was such a beautiful and appreciated event and it was just a starter, we decided to carry on, and I have the very kinky Kitty with me. Hi. And we decided to split that event into three and go into depth with three subjects, and this is the first one that we're talking about.
Yes.
So why don't you introduce us into it?
Yes. So the first workshop that we are going to do in the new year that we look forward to is going to be sensation play, and we will be discussing a lot of wonderful aspects of sensation play, from the gentler to the rougher, because obviously there are many tastes and all of them are perfectly fine as long as you know how to do them safely and negotiated, and with the knowledge that what you're doing is okay and wanted and desired. So we will be discussing a lot of various aspects, from wax play to how to introduce sensations of cold, combine them with warmth, also a bit of impact play, tickling, and anything else that you want to bring to the table or have curiosities about. You can definitely ask me, and I'm sure to have a straight answer for you, because I've tried many types of sensation play.
And we're going to do spanking, right?
We are definitely going to be doing spanking, yes.
Okay. So in case you didn't know, as we announced in the other video, I was spanked. So I was the model that was being worked on, so I got spanked. And to the disappointment of everybody there, I don't take that much pressure or pain. So yeah,
She was spanked indeed, it's quite true.
Yes. So just like we did last time, I also want to get you to discuss a little bit about why you're doing the work in kink and what does it mean to you and to society. And
I think what it means to me and why it's important for me, it's because when I started out, there wasn't that much information out there. There weren't that many resources that you could access. Of course, there were some things that were just starting to become public, because a very famous book had just come out that became a terrible movie. Not as terrible as the books, I assure you, but still terrible. And there were some resources coming, but right when I entered kink, there wasn't that much information, and it was very hard for me to define what I wanted and to understand what I wanted and to find information about how to do it safely. So it was very important for me to bring to my own country this kind of information that, especially in English-speaking countries, was widely available. So I started doing workshops here and trying to reach as many people as possible. And to me, it's really important, because I think every single one of us, if we're being really honest, has at least a little bit of kinky stuff deep down inside. And in order to access that and become comfortable with it and also practice it as safely as possible, you need to have information about it. So to me, it's very important to kind of spread the knowledge.
Yeah. Totally. I totally appreciate this, because I have a little kink in me also, so I definitely need the space. So I'm curious about one more thing.
Yes.
What is the most rewarding thing for you while doing this exploration in kink?
If I'm talking about my personal exploration in kink, the most rewarding thing is practicing the kink itself, because I'm quite kinky, and these things very, very badly turn me on, and they're a great part of my sexuality. I don't think I would be fulfilled sexually if it weren't for kinky stuff. And as a teacher, it's when people sometimes send you messages after the workshops, and they tell you how big of an impact what you taught has had. At one of the last workshops, I got an image of somebody who actually did some impact play and managed to go further than they ever had before with the information that I had provided, and that was super rewarding. I was so happy. I was like, yes, people are getting beaten up consensually thanks to me.
Okay, yeah. So we have a kinky teacher with us, a very ecstatic one actually, yes, and energetic. And what I have to say that I appreciated at the workshop that we did earlier this year was the care that you had for everybody. So you went to each couple and answered questions. You were checking out whether they were doing things right or not. When you were having the group around you to explain things, you were super careful, like, please don't touch anybody. I'm explaining and I'm showing, but I'm the only one touching. So you were really taking care of boundaries. You were taking care of the space, the way that people were feeling safe and also understanding. So I totally like this. I'm a geek in my own nature, so I like it when somebody's super attentive to details and super professional.
Thank
and
you.
The surprise was that we had a nurse there who was also into kink, and her reply was, I never even thought about the safety before. So yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but it obviously takes a bit of background to think about these things, because even if you start out with your exploration in just general sexuality, it only becomes apparent at some point that you should have some information or maybe document yourself. I mean, when you start out exploring as an adolescent, if somebody doesn't come and talk to you about, for example, STDs and how to use condoms and stuff like that, you're not going to think about it yourself. No. You're just a horny teenager. Exactly. And it's kind of the same thing with kink, but it usually involves adults. They're
horny adults.
Horny adults, yes.
Okay, so I am super glad that we're doing this, and this will be in January of 2018. Yes. So it's coming up pretty soon. Better rush into it. And we'll be putting the details under the video, like, again, an entire description. What is the attitude that we want you to take into consideration when you sign up, like, sign up consensually.
Yes.
And informed. Yes, exactly. And the date, the time, the place, and so on. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Super happy for this.
Me too, I'm very excited.
Yes, and we'll be looking forward to meeting you at the Foundations of Kink, and this will be around sensation play. And there are also other events coming up, so check out under the video. You will see also details about those as well.
And see you in January.
Yeah, spank you in January. Bye.
Bye.
Girl